Yo, welcome assassins to this week's video of What is an Ad. This week we're going to be discussing armor, high stat armor, what kind of builds you're looking for, peaks and valleys so to speak, as well as where to get them and how to farm for them. With that, we'll get right into the video. Before we do, just make sure hit that like button on the video as well as hitting that sub button to get future content like this. And if you really enjoy the content, make sure you share it out to your friends. Peace. This week we're going to be talking about armor, and we're going to get right started into the video. So today and this week we're going to focus on the prismatic recaster and umbral engram focusing. So that being said, I'm going to show you a couple things that you're really going to have to look at so much as resource wise. You're going to want to look at decrypted data and how much you have, as well as your parallax trajectories, also corrupted key codes, and then also if you look in your hammer of proving how many hammer charges you have, as well as gold. So I don't have any hammer charges, but that's not important. And also the gold. The gold you get from activities, doing activities like strike, playlist activities like strikes, gambit. Who does gambit anyway? So some of the seasonal stuff that you can do to get that. So the decrypted data is the override missions, is the seasonal thing, as well as the shattered realm and astral alignment, which is in the Dreaming City, astral alignments. That's how you get the parallax trajectories. Now the hammer forges, you actually have to go to Vanguard tab to Battlegrounds to kind of show you like that, and then you have to socket them, which I've already got it socketed, but I'll kind of show you, right? So first thing you want to socket in, and it cost 28 gold, is the Radiant Challenger, and it gives you an extra hammer charge when destroying the Cabal chest at the end. And then once you're done with that, you want to add in the Emissive Rune. It also gives you a chance to drop another one. So it could drop up to 3 after one run. So in order to get the high stat armor that we're looking at, and we're going to go here and we're going to look at the Season of the Chosen. In order to decode these, you'll need 5 hammer charges. So it could take 2 or 3 runs, depending on how your RNG goes. But so this is kind of what we're looking at. And the decrypted data, again, I talked about the overrides, but the best source, honestly, and the quickest way is if you go to do an expunge, a corrupted expunge mission. Here, like Europa, the Tartarus one is the fastest one you can complete. It takes about 5 to 6 minutes to do. You could run this, I think, 3 or 4 times on your character, and you open the chest at the end. It gives you a high stat, so you can knock out kind of like 2 birds with 1 stone. You can get high stat armor for like 3 runs, and it also gives you that decrypted data, so you can use it to unlock engrams that you bring back to the decoder. So now that we talked about some of the activities that you can run to focus them and whatnot, you also have something on your ghost that'll help you kind of be more specific to the type of armor you want. So I run recovery armor on my ghost shell. That being said, you can run any of these as long as you have the energy to do so. I will tell you that the 2 that I focus on are discipline and recovery, because they're not capped. A lot of people like to focus on high intellect. Intellect is capped at 6 or 60. So when you look at your armor, you see these right here, the 59, 112, 87. That's 100 or 10. 10 is the highest you can go. For me, intellect, or not for me, but intellect is capped at 6. So you can't go any higher. You don't want to go any higher than 6 because it doesn't give you any bonus after that. And the same as with resilience. Anything higher than 5 or anything higher than 6 is capped as well. So mine's at 5, almost 6. So these two right here, especially like running stasis or if you just like chucking grenades, having high resilience is super important. So as you're decrypting these, you can get higher stat armor. If you look like this Lightkin helmet, this is completely base after I masterwork it. So the base is 78. So if I would before masterworking it, it would make it 66 stat roll, and then with the plus 12 that you get on your for masterworking it, and then we can go in here to discipline. We'll add it to discipline here, and then look, and bam, look, 97. So after that, it's 40 discipline, 28 recovery. That's huge. So again, focusing Ember engrams and then also running that event. This is some of the stuff that I've unlocked this morning. You also have this, like I got that. And then I also got this morning. Not super high stat, but to give you an idea, it'll take a few runs that you can, looking at what I have. But it is very possible. These are lower stats. If it were higher stats, then you could look at armor like this. But I mean, 31, 24, so on and so forth. You can get higher stat armor in running like GM, Grandmaster Nightfalls drops have a chance to drop exotics. You get pieces like this that'll work for you. You also have the Season of the Hunt as well. This one is going away. I'm not sure about the other ones, but you can also get high stat armor from this, or a chance. So for example, you have gauntlets, chest armor. So we could initially focus, and then you have a chance. We can do. We don't want that. Here, we could try this, all right? And then you can set your perks to what you want, right? So I'm running that. We can boom do that. And then now we could go run one of these and get a chance at high stat armor. So that being said, another good way to farm armor. So next week we're going to be focusing in on mods, and mod placement, and kind of what kind of build you want for higher end content. I think that's where I'm going to call it for today, guys. I appreciate everybody. I hope you have a safe, wonderful rest of your week. I'll see you next week's Assassins. Peace, love.